souls, I'm exposed. What you wanna know? Coming close, but I don't think you're ready. It won't be pretty. Follow into the deep. The hell beneath your feet. Fresh from the fire. Oh, you don't look so well. Welcome to. Come inside and see my hair.
Sub-Zero. Hey, Zero. Hey, ticket.
Heels and face.
Welcome to the Boss Master YouTube channel. Welcome to Heels and Faces. Heels and Faces. I'm Falsetto.
Sub-Zero.
And today we're very excited to bring back another episode, another edition of Heels and Faces. And today we're going to be talking about hell in a cell.
Umlelo in a cage. I don't know what cage is. To be honest with you, I don't know. But the boys are back and we are very, very excited to bring this episode to you guys. It was a hot one.
It was a hot one.
It was hot.
I have to say, right off the bat, for me, I feel like this was the best pay-per-view of the year. We've had some really great shows.
That's
Clash
a
of
bold
Champions.
statement. That's a bold statement.
SummerSlam was great, even WrestleMania. But this one, for me, like to this day, I'm still buzzing from how great it was. It's because I think the build-up to Hell in a Cell was so good. And then they actually delivered. Like, it was really, really good. We had 3 Hell in a Cell matches. And all 3, even before the match or the night started, I knew about this. All 3 were main event level.
True.
But the shock came through where the first match of the night was the first ever Hell in a Cell I Quit match. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, how did you feel about that?
It was a great match. It was a great match. Obviously, 2 cousins, family, bad blood.
Acknowledge me!
Obviously, this is like, I don't know, man. Like, it was a generational battle or whatever.
It was brutal.
It was personal.
Yeah.
It was really personal. And I absolutely loved what they did. But in terms of like all of the other Hell in a Cell matches, for me, I would say this was the weakest one.
Wow.
I'm putting it out
No
there
ways.
now.
I'm fighting that one. For me, this was the best. And I know we didn't have the usual like flying and doing crazy stuff.
That's what it had to be.
No. For me, this was like probably the best storytelling we could have done. Like the fact that Roman went to the extent he chucked the ref out of the ring. The officials had to come through. Next thing, Jimmy comes through. He's saving his brother. Roman is crying. He's like, "Oh, I can't do this." Then he still puts Jimmy lock. I don't even know what that lock is called, but it was so brutal.
Guillotine.
Okay. I feel like the comments need to definitely decide for us if you guys thought it was as good as I thought. Okay, do you believe this man?
Fair enough. But I say the story was great.
Yeah.
But, you know, the match could have been more brutal for me.
Okay.
For a Hell in a Cell.
We move. And then the next match that we had, the non-Hell in a Cell match, was Otis versus Miz. Money in the Bank briefcase was on the line. I liked the setup in terms of the Law and Otis segment on SmackDown. I was like, that's really cool and funny.
Judge JBL.
Typical judge. Oh, judicial system at WWE. Corrupt as always. But for me, like I was like, there's no way they'll make Otis lose, and they made Otis lose. I was like, what the hell?
I mean, this is Otis coming through with a lunchbox. I feel like, Miz, that's premier athlete right there. That's
Come on. Yes, he's an A-lister, but he's had his chance. For me, this was a great opportunity for us to take someone who doesn't look like a typical WWE champion and make him a star. And I feel like now that he's lost, it's a pity that we don't have the fans, because I feel like now the fans would have got behind him and we could have had another yes movement. We could have had like an Otis movement. Oh yeah! But for me, I was happy at least that they didn't take it away from him in a boring way. Tucker turning on Otis made sense, and the fact that Tucker has been in the shadow of Otis the whole time, so it makes sense.
Do you think this was more for Tucker though? Than it was for Otis?
I don't think so, because I've also seen Raw, and they didn't even feature Tucker, so it's like, okay, it was just to take it off Otis. But we'll see where this goes, and this sort of ties into the other later matches that we will get into,
which is Sasha Banks versus Bayley.
The boss of the South.
Best friends, turned frenemies, turned enemies, turned other things that I'm not sure is going on right now. It was actually pretty dope the way it built up, because you know they were pretty much dominant as a tag team.
It's
this
been a year
entire
build
time.
up.
Exactly, a whole year. Bailey, by the way, congratulations. Great.
380 days as SmackDown Women's Champion, a record. First Grand Slam Women's Champion.
And it's deserved. I'm happy they didn't give that to Charlotte.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sure. I
Charlotte.
thought you were going to say Sasha. Okay. Yeah, Charlotte already has so many records.
But this was a Hell in a Cell match for me. Brutal from the beginning to the end.
I must say the spots in this match were really creative. I loved when they put the kendo sticks through the steps. Sasha was doing like a thing from the apron to the cage and back to the apron and the table, and it was just a lot going on. Like, I really enjoyed it as well.
Some double knees in the corner from the ladder or
It
something.
was very, very creative, and I think here Sasha showed actually why she is the best, why she should have been women's champion way before. But every time it's been a stop, start. Of course, she's never defended her title successfully, so we'll have to see now.
Exactly. And that was my fear with her winning. But congrats to Sasha Banks.
This one was
personally.
a Survivor Series, actually.
I mean,
because-
I give it 27 days.
But she could lose it actually, and because Survivor Series we have matches before,
27
so she could 27 days. If she passes 27 days, then
27.
yeah. But we'll see what the blueprint does in the long main event.
Finally. By the way, I called this before I even get into this. This was the main event.
Yeah.
Main event that has been 3 weeks in the making, man. Or 3
months. 3 months.
Views in the
Views in the making. And
Randy
I think
Orton.
Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. What's been great is that each time they've made it feel fresh, you know?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I don't know, man. Randy has a creative way to dissect his opponents that makes it feel like completely new, even though he's doing the same exact moves that we've been seeing for the past 15 or so years. It's insane. But the match, what do you think?
Gets a heart for me. I really liked key parts in the match for me was when Randy went out of the cage using the bolt cutters, going on top of the cage. Then I was like, holy dude. Both of them fighting on top of the cell, inside the Thunderdome. It was so lit. Then they went to the side. I thought for a moment we were going to get an RKO from the side of the cell to the tables. That would have been epic. But I think both guys, they're already so big and tall, it was going to be chaotic.
Yeah,
but Drew just literally like fell just out of nowhere. I got like a legit shock. And he had the internal bleeding. And all that.
But no, definitely the right result for me.
Yeah, Drew has been the best WWE champion for me. But he definitely has. That's a whole other video that we can go into if you want me to.
We're gonna square up on that. We're gonna square up.
But I think Randy has also had he's been such a great villain that I felt I was okay. I was like, he deserves, and he's really certified himself as a legend now.
Personally, he deserved it in the previous pay-per-view already, in that ambulance match.
Yeah,
he did. So, Randy Orton, 14 times.
He has voices, man. One thing I was expecting though is that okay, Miz is just one man in the bank. We're gonna have a cash in. We didn't, but I think it's fine. It's fine. We'll see when they eventually decide.
You know, Miz is gonna come through at WrestleMania.
Nah, I don't think Miz can wait that long. I'm expecting before the end of the year, Miz will have cashed in.
Ooh, you know what I'm thinking now is that they're still trying to keep Drew strong.
And they have the fact that Drew took the RKO and then he still was able to stand up and had that face off. So,
but would you rather have Drew cashed in or Randy cashed in on? Rather Randy.
Yeah, rather Randy. Yeah.
So let's keep Drew strong.
I would have had Drew retain though actually, and then Miz could have cashed in this element because it's like he went through Hell in a Cell, he fell from Hell in a Cell.
Fair.
So, but it's fine either way. So, but overall, that was the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I highly recommend that you go check it out. And do let us know which was your favorite match. For me, still Roman versus Jay. This man disagrees, but tell us in the comments. And please make sure that you like, you share, you subscribe, you tag
every week. We'll see you in the next one.
Bam!